Philadelphia Phillies, who are currently leading the NL East, are in town for a 3-game set. With Falcons OTAs wrapping up this week, everyone seems to be remaining optimistic. Right-hander Chris Medlin will get the start for Atlanta, while Johan Santana will get the ball for the Mets. Well, with Roy Halladay and company taking care of business here last night, they evened up the series and took back first place in the NL East. Jacobs will send Mark Pope and his 6-0 record to the mound, while the Bulldogs will give Blake Dietrich the ball. Game 1 is tonight here at Turner Field. Tommy Hanson will take the mound for the Braves. And former Atlanta Falcons quarterback Michael Vick was reinstated to the NFL today. Well, the Braves are back home from their West Coast road trip and host the Rockies for a 3-game set. Well, Troy Glaus went deep last night in the 9th inning with a walk-off home run, giving the Braves the win. With your minor league report, I'm Kelly Boring. In only 2 seasons, Brandon Beachy has quickly made his way to AAA Gwinnett, where this season he's gone 5-1 and posted a 1.88 ERA. I recently had the opportunity to sit down with Brandon to see how he's handling his quick rise through the minors.
Hi, I'm Brandon Beachy. I'm a starting pitcher for the Gwinnett Braves. Gene Kearns, the scout that saw me, he came and saw me close out a game a night, and then he came up to me after the game from behind the fence, behind home plate area, and asked me if I'd been drafted by a team. You know, I told him no, and you know, he told me he wished he had the power to sign me right there. When he came back the next night, I pitched again, and he told me that you know, that they'd like to sign me, and you know, made me an offer, and I accepted, and I was elated. I couldn't believe it was happening. You know, that night, that first night I had talked to him, I went and, you know, called my parents and everybody I knew. When I'm out here, I guess what goes through my head is I try to slow myself down and control my adrenaline and emotions and just be as smooth as I can and make quality pitches. The day I pitch, I do have a couple superstitions. I don't know when I started doing this, some point last year, but between each inning I come in and I untie my shoes. And then I'll wait till there's about 2 outs and then I'll retime. I watch Tim Hudson. He's probably my favorite to watch. I just love what he does, but I don't pitch anything like him. I can't make the ball move. I throw straight, you know, but growing up I always emulated the hitters. That's what I wanted to do, so I didn't really pay attention much to pitchers. Obviously the instruction I'm getting from the coordinators and the pitching coaches in this organization it's top notch. The minor adjustments that they've had me made has just helped me become more consistent with what I'm doing.
Well, if Brandon continues to remain consistent the rest of this season, don't be surprised to find him at Turner Field in the very near future. From here at Coolray Field, I'm Kelly Boring for FoxSportsSouth.com. Well, this past season, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and head coach Danny Hall went 21-9 in the ACC, made it to the NCAA Regional Tournament, and tied their school record for 10 selections in the 2010 Major League Draft. I recently had the opportunity to catch up with Coach and see what his thoughts were on this past season.
One of the things that I always try to take pride in is sustaining our program at a national level. You never lose sight of just how hard our players work, how much they put into it, how hard my staff works to make us a good program and a nationally ranked program. When you look back and see how many games we won, see how well we played in the ACC, see 10 guys get drafted off of your team. Anytime you have that many guys selected, I think it means that 3 or 4 years ago you were right when you recruited them. You take a lot of pride not only in recruiting the right guys, but then developing their talent and giving them an opportunity to compete at the highest level, Major League Baseball. My advice is just, kind of do what they've been doing, hope that we have prepared them to compete at that level, but they've got to work hard and understand how hard it is to make it to the major leagues, but give it everything they got. Don't look back 5 years down the road and say, boy, I wish I would have done things differently when I got my chance to play. I feel like we have one of the best recruiting classes today. We have 16 guys that we're hoping show up in here in the fall to school to kind of start their career at Georgia Tech. Of the 16 recruits, 7 of them have been drafted. So Major League Baseball has until August 16th to sign those guys. And we're going to hold our breath until midnight on August 16th. So if we can get them on, it's going to kind of start a new era of Georgia Tech baseball. We hope that on August 17th we can say, hey, this is one of the best recruiting classes we've ever had. Coming back, I think the strength of our team coming back is going to be our pitching. We have Mark Pope back, who pitched great for us and certainly won a game in the NCAA tournament. We have Jed Bradley, who I think will be one of the best pitching prospects in the country. We have Buck Farmer, who pitched real good in relief for us against Alabama in the regionals. We have Kevin Jacob back, who we were counting on to be our closer. He had an injury throughout the year that kind of kept him from being our closer. So I feel like we have 4 solid pitchers right there coming back that can help us win. We got Matt Skoll, who I think is one of the best position players in the country, just competed in the Home Run Derby Challenge out in Omaha. We have Jacob Esch, who started every day at second. We have Brandon Thomas, who probably started 25 games in the outfield when Jay Dantzler got hurt. So I feel like we have some nucleus of players back, but if I had to say, what's coming back that's the best, it's our pitching staff.
Well, the Jackets definitely had a great 2010 season, and it looks like promising things are to come in 2011. From here at Russ Chandler Stadium, I'm Kelly Boring with Fox Sports South.